Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Gunpla TV. We are on episode number 293. This is our first episode back after the hobby show.
We made it back.
We made it back,
ahead of the typhoon. Show was cut 2 hours short, but we got out of there. But it was a great show. Really had a fun 3 days at Tokyo Big Sight. And next year, I'm told, kind of shocking for us industry people, they're going to be moving out of Big Sight because Big Sight is going to be used in preparation for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
It's coming up.
So, yeah, we're not going to be able to be back at Big Sight for the hobby show for like 3 years.
Oh, my goodness.
Some kind of a prefab sort of temporary conference center they're putting up.
Like a giant tent in the parking lot or something?
Or something. Yeah, I don't know where. We'll tell you in a year what happened.
I hope it's typhoon-proof.
But yeah, we're back. Definitely check out all of our videos. We worked really hard on a bunch of videos for the hobby show, covering pretty much everything there. It was of any interest at all. We have one more to go as we speak here, but should be up by the time you're watching this, about all of the great imported products that our Beaver Corporation subsidiary is handling. But boy, we've got tons of videos up. So please definitely check out our hobby show coverage if you haven't yet. Enough said about that.
Okay, so let's get into what we have.
My God, we have so much stuff here.
Look at all of this good stuff.
We got Great Mazinger is out, going from left to right. We've got Great Mazinger out.
Right.
We've got something I'm personally really excited about, the Shima Mechagodzilla.
Okay, now you saw this at the Tokyo show, and that's kind of what made you really excited.
Yeah,
about
I think maybe we can whip out a photo here.
Ooh.
But Shima's booth, they had Mechagodzilla in the booth. Now, let me explain myself here. Obviously, Mechagodzilla is fiction.
Right.
So if there's any fact related to Mechagodzilla, the only fact could be what we saw on film, right? Which is the suit, the actual suit that was used to make the Mechagodzilla film. The Godzilla purists are going to get me here because I think it was actually the second.
Was it the second?
Mechagodzilla film that this one appears in. But the actual suit that was used in the filming of the movie, and you're probably seeing a photo of it right about now, it was on display in the Aoshima booth. And that was just really kind of cool to touch a small piece of motion picture history. But it was there to help Aoshima promote their brand new product of the same item.
Right.
And a couple other exciting things here as well.
So we have more Bandai stuff that just came in. Another not movie-related release, but an anime and manga-related release. This is the Naruto.
You don't have to tell anybody, because anybody watching this show knows who Naruto is, right?
Right, part of the Figurized series.
Yeah, you go to the comic events overseas, Comic-Con, whatever, there's so much Naruto cosplay even today.
He's
such a popular series.
Quite a popular figure. Now, what's kind of cool about this kit is it comes with magnets.
This is very cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays out when it's built.
So he's got, I don't know, his magnets in his feet.
Yeah, he's got like magnets in his feet, so you can like stick them on the fridge or your desk or wherever in interesting poses. We're gonna have to play with that next week when we've got him completed.
Yeah.
And see how that goes. But yeah, that should be very interesting. And I'm gonna repeat myself here. I love these figurized kits, or I love any of the things that several of the manufacturers are doing now, where basically it's a buildable action figure. You know, because everybody loves to have their character. And when you've got your character, but all you do is take him out of a box or take him out of a blister pack, it's just not particularly rewarding.
Right.
But when you get to build it and then enjoy it afterwards as an action figure, a posable action figure, that's a lot of fun.
And you can, in that way too, you can also like do customization. You can paint it yourself.
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
want. So, I mean, you buy a figure and it's made in China, and sometimes maybe like the eyeball is off by like 1 millimeter or something. So there's always those little discrepancies. But this is actually made in Japan.
Any manufacturers who are listening, please keep releasing kits like this, kits of figures. I love it.
This is great stuff. I always look forward to this. All right, and now also,
and last but not least, to be sure.
So this is the one that we're going to take a closer look at today, and this is in the new line, or the new one from the RE100 series, the Jagd Doga. So
is that like Attack Dog or something? Sort of.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Jagd Doga. Okay.
Cool.
So we'll take a detailed look at that coming up. Let's all right. Let's start with take a look at Naruto here. Let's see what's in the box, shall we? What do we got here?
Alright, so we can open this up.
There's magic. We have magic in the box. Or ninjutsu, I guess, to be accurate. We got the.
So you got like the A-type runner where you get the multiple colored things on there. Alright, so this might actually be
the these are the magnets. Yeah, I think these are the magnets. These are like he's got magnetic feet slippers things.
So I think when you look on the box, actually, when they show the magnet feature, it does show those on the bottom of the feet. So it might not be in the feet itself. It might just be those.
Yeah, I think his feet are going to snap onto these pieces, and these have magnets in the bottom. They got to be some of those good strong ones if he's going to stick to refrigerators and like. But that should be fun to play with.
This could also kind of solves the problem. Like, where am I going to keep it after I finish it? You don't need to put that one on the shelf. Just stick it on the fridge.
Well, if you look around the HLJ office, you can see people don't seem to be having any problems finding a place to put something.
Myself included. With those.
Yeah, okay, well this actually isn't as complicated as I thought it could be. There's not that many runners.
Not many runners. Kind of similar to what you would expect from an HD
Yeah, this is the stand.
It comes with a display stand. That looks like the action base, was it 4 or 5?
Right.
That newer style stand they have in there. So that's kind of cool.
I'm going to go, if you're an experienced builder, I'm going to go 2 to 3 hours maybe over here. Probably to put it together.
Yeah, shouldn't be too long.
And who's going to have the high pleasure of putting this guy together for us next week?
Oh, there's somebody in the office that loves Naruto and has been dying to put this together, so you'll have to stay tuned next week to find out who's building this, but it won't be me.
Right, okay, Great Mazinger, also out. Now, if you're looking at this box and going, wow, that looks a lot like a box I saw before, it's not your imagination. Mazinger Z out a few weeks ago. And as you can see, they definitely kept the same theme for the box top here, which I love this, the Mazinger Z box, so this is just more fun in the Great Mazinger box. Great Mazinger himself, basically a beefed up, sort of steroided up version of Mazinger Z. Hi, remember me? Okay, so yeah, he's a little bit taller, he's got a little bit beefier, he's a little bit cooler looking, and we have so much stuff to show off next week.
Right.
We were actually hoping to have this done today. For everybody today, but unfortunately we haven't gotten to it yet. Would you just get Ardith in here? Ardith is our Mazinger expert. Okay. Let's get Ardith started on this thing. Maybe we can have it done for today's show yet. Let's take a quick look at what we have here. We're really hoping, like I said, to get this built by the end of the day. So far we haven't been successful. But taking a look here, we got all the usual stuff. You know, I of course built the Mazinger Z, this guy here, and it looks like the parts breakdown is about the same as the Mazinger Z. There she is.
Hey, did someone say Mazinger Z?
Yeah, look what we got.
And Great Mazinger, even greater. Hey.
Even greater. We need this done before the end of the day. We got to get this on the show.
Yes, sir.
You are hereby charged.
All
Off
right.
you go. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
So, Great Mazinger in great hands. Hopefully we'll be able to see that relatively shortly here, and you'll have a buddy that you can hang out with. So we'll put Mazinger as our placeholder here, and segue right into, boom, Mechagodzilla.
Okay, wow, is this built already?
I wish. Next week, we'll show off Mechagodzilla in all his glory. But what I wanted to cover was just a few bits about the kit. First of all, you know, Shima has actually started doing character kits. They've got, this is their, what is it again? ACKS, Shima Character Kit Series, right? And they've had one from Persona and a couple other series that I'm not remembering right off the top of my head here.
Yeah,
I believe
their kits on the show before.
I think this is their 4th release in the Axe series that they've come up with here. And personally, I'm very interested in this. I've always just had a soft spot for Mechagodzilla. You know, there have been a theme in Japanese science fiction or anime and tokusatsu where a bad monster attacks, so humanity comes up with their own mechanized, you know, something to counterattack with other than our wimpy military forces, right? And we saw that sort of in Evangelion, you know, because ostensibly, you know, the Evas are created by man, kind of, sort of. And then, of course, we've seen it most recently, probably, although it's not purely Japanese, it's very Japanese-inspired, the Pacific Rim movies, which are obviously okay, let's take Mecha and beat up something flesh and blood with it. Well, Mechagodzilla probably started that whole trend, where mankind comes up with a mechanized version of Godzilla in a literal attempt to fight fire with fire. Now, Mechagodzilla is a silvery color, and Aoshima chose to shoot this plastic for the armor parts in kind of just a neutral gray for the outer part. And I think we have a photograph here. If you just build it straight out of the box, and it is a snap kit, if you build it straight out of the box, it looks okay, but to me the coloring was a little, you know, I wanted to kind of look, you know, metallic, right? Because it's supposed to be a robot, metal type robot. So what we're going to do is venture into a just very slightly higher level techniques here. I don't want to use the word advanced because I don't think this is advanced at all. But what I've done is I've actually started work on this. What I've done is just take all of these silver parts that are going to be his outer body panels here, and I have spray painted them with silver paint. So now you're seeing them for the first time, so you can't really compare unless you look at the front side and compare it to the back side.
Right, and that might be difficult for the camera to pick up. But
yeah, difficult for the camera to pick up, I'm sure, but believe me, in real life, the difference is quite significant.
Right.
They're a really nice, attractive metallic sheen here. I didn't go with like a really shiny,
like
no chromey. You don't want it that kind of thing, but a nice, glossy metallic type finish, and I think it really looks good. It's exactly what I was trying to achieve. And all I did here, as you can see here, is I just used my airbrush at home to spray some GSI Krios aluminum. I believe it was number 217 aluminum was the color I used. To just airbrush it on here. Now, before you go, oh, but I don't have an airbrush, I can't do that. You don't need an airbrush to do this. Right. This is just going boom and laying down color on whole runners of parts. Couldn't be simpler. Right. Just go down to your local hardware store, grab a can of silver spray paint, if you must, and go for it. A smaller can of paint that has maybe a finer nozzle might be better than a big wunker. But it's really easy. Just laying down on sheets of newspaper or cardboard or something on your driveway so you don't stink up the house. And just go for it. Just spray paint it nice and easily. And then, as you can see, I've done it on the runners. Then you go ahead and assemble the kit once you're done. There's a few other colors. We have some black inner parts in here. Those go like between the joints, the parts that stare out between the joints. Of course, the laser guns or whatever, missile launchers on his back here, those are molded in color as well. Not even going to bother painting these at all.
Okay, because they're already pretty good.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. And the other part of the kit that's kind of fun is they've included some rubber parts to achieve full tail flexibility, and also I think around his tummy we have these rubber.
That gives it like that really
rubber squishy parts. So those should be good. Now that I see here, his hands are in here too. So I guess his hands are made out of a softer type of plastic as well. So that'll be fun. So yeah, I've got the silver parts painted now. Now all I need to do is just put it together just like a regular Snapfit kit.
Okay, so
looking forward to doing that over this week and seeing how Mechagodzilla comes out for next week. So I'm stoked to put this one together. That's a lot of parts. You were mentioning you thought this one would have a lot of parts. Looking in that. Yeah, there are I believe 8 runners of silver parts in here that I had to paint. It took most of one bottle of the GSI aluminum color to do it. But yeah, I'm sure if you had a single good-sized can of silver spray paint, you could easily get through it.
The Shima spray paints are pretty good too, and those are pretty easy to find in hobby shops around the world.
Yeah, that would work as well. So, Mechagodzilla, I can't wait.
Okay.
All right, now definitely not last but not least.
What
do we got down there, Todd?
All right, so let's take a close look at the Jagd Doga that I have gone ahead and put together. I'm really liking how big this guy is.
It is surprisingly big, isn't it? Those feet. It's like he's got court jester shoes on.
With the tips that point up at the bottom there.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's see all the details. Can we take it over to the bench and check it out?
Let's do that. All right, so here we have it, the new RE100 Jagd Doga. Now, right away, right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and say it. After the Nightingale, which was the very, very first RE100 kit they ever put out,
right?
The Jagd Doga is my second favorite RE100 kit that they have ever done.
Your second favorite? Boy, you really know how to build ratings in a podcast, Todd. You're supposed to use superlatives every time.
Well, I just love the Nightingale, and that kit was... Okay. I mean, but of course, like the very first kit of the series, that they're going to kind of like lead it off with something really spectacular. Right. But this kit really is fantastic. I mean, RE100 kits, sometimes they tend to have their issues, and this guy maybe has a few of his own, but it's a really great kit, and I really enjoyed putting this thing together, and I just love the look of this thing once he is built and once he is completed.
It is very unique, not only the shape of the kit, but the color scheme, too.
Yes,
it's not something that's typical for Gundam at all.
Right, that's one of the things I love about Gundam, is that you tend to get like some of these really unique colors into it. Like if you build ships, if you build planes, you can build what is the saying in the modeling community? You can build a plane you can color it any color you want as long as it's gray. I think they have a saying like that, but yeah, I mean Gundam, you can go crazy. You can have metallic colors, you can have gold colors, you can just anything you want, and this is just one of those things. And speaking of colors, let's get into that. And you can actually see it here on the back. Let me just leave them here on the back so you can see that.
Right.
But you see those red parts? None of this is stickers. These are actually all just parts.
Oh, so it's molded
in plastic. Okay. So even here, like these red parts, this is plastic. This is molded in plastic. And also for his shield here, this is layered plastic. So There is no sticker for that shield.
I touched that and I noticed that it was sticking out, so it's not a sticker. It
is not a sticker. That is actually plastic. There are a few stickers on this kit that you will have to do, and you can see them right here on for his eyes here.
Yeah, the eyes above his eyes.
The eyes above the eyes. And also, one thing, let's go ahead and talk about this while we're here. You can pop off this mask here, and you have the mono eye underneath it. And this is also how you're going to be able to rotate the mono eye. So if you want to give him one of those poses where he's looking off to the side, just pop off that front mask and you can change it. It's really simple.
That's a foil sticker in there, right?
That is indeed a foil sticker, and this foil sticker is on top of a clear part. So if you want to color it, or if you just want to display it with a clear eye, it's nice that they give you that clear part instead of a solid mono eye underneath.
Or go nuts and light it up.
If you can go nuts and light it up, although I don't think there was space to put an LED in there, so you do have to go a bit custom for that.
Right.
Now there are a couple of other stickers, and that's mostly only here for the gun,
and stuff,
the sight, and what would that even be, like a radome type thing, and then you've got like another sight here as well. Now I guess since we are talking about stickers, this is a good time to go ahead and bring this in. You do also get a marking sticker sheet, so if you want to go crazy with this guy and put all of the warning markers,
remove before flight stuff, right?
All of that stuff, and they also give you some eye stickers on this sheet too. So you have a choice if you want to have the eyes for. Let me see. Let's get this guy closer actually, so you can maybe see that a bit better. So you have a choice of which eye stickers you want to do. I just went for the ones that came on the normal sticker sheet.
Yeah, it looks fine. It looks like there's a recessed area that they fit into.
Yes, there is. So you know exactly where to put these stickers because there's that little bit of recessed area.
And they're not sitting out on the surface where they're going to get caught and crumpled and stuff. So, this looks like a job for stickers, actually, if they're going to provide the recess for it.
And another thing to point out about that, there was actually, you can't see it now because the sticker is covering it, but there is a line here underneath where that black part is.
Right.
So they give you like a little extra guide for painting it. So, So that would be great for all of you people out there that want to paint it. So another good thing, one test that I always kind of like to do just to show off how stiff these kits are if they flop around, is just kind of like hold it at some point, and you can see the legs are actually, even though this is a big kit and it's quite heavy, he's not really flopping around.
Not flopping.
A whole lot. He's quite stiff, so I really enjoy that. I always like it when Gundam kits have that kind of stiffness to them. All right, so let's talk about a couple of his special features that also he comes with. Let's take a look at the...
These are screaming to be talked about. What are these? Smoke dischargers? No, hand grenades? What do we got here?
I'm trying to think of... It's the funnels, that's right. So the funnels they store on top of the side, they're like shields, I guess you could say. But these also pop off. Now, if I do have one slight little nag about this kit, they kind of loosely fit on there. But that's okay. I mean, it holds. Yeah, go ahead. Feel free to pull straight. Yep, just pull it straight off. That's all you need to do.
They're connected really good. There we go.
There you go. So this is how the funnel sits normally, is in this position. But if you were to come back here to like the engine thing, and if you kind of push this up, then you can see the fins for the funnels kind of split out like that.
Oh, and then, I did it the hard way. It had a deployment mechanism.
Oh, you pull it out. You can do that too if you've got really good grip. You can pull that out. But yeah, just push here on the back, and it's going to deploy like that. Okay, now, speaking of deploying these funnels, this kit comes with. Let me bring them out here. It comes with these clear rods. Now it gives you a number. I believe it gives you 6. It gives you a total of 6 rods.
Because you have 6 funnels.
You have 6 funnels, and what you can do with these clear rods. The rod is exactly the exact diameter that you need to be able to plug it into the back here, like so.
Right.
And then you can. So it's this. It comes with its own effect parts.
Oh, it's bendy.
And these rods are bendy, so you can play with them and you can get good positions. And what they also give you in this kit is this little adapter piece here. And this adapter piece has the ability to plug in here. So what are you going to do with this guy?
Oh, we all know, Todd. Where does this plug in?
Come over here to the back, and you see those slots?
I'm not... Oh, there, right there. Okay, right in the middle of his back there.
And he just slots right in. So...
Oh, cool. There we go. So we have... Okay, yeah, see if we can stand him up, and I'll try to pan up a little bit here and get it in frame. So we can have firing funnel effects.
All right, let me see if I can bend this.
That's cute.
A little bit
there
here.
We go. Yeah, you got it. Okay.
Let's see if we can still catch it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go crazy with these.
On the turntable, it's probably not going to stop wiggling here.
Right.
But, actually, hey, there it goes. It's settling down.
Hitting the thing there.
All right.
So that was a really cool feature. Now, I've had people say, hey, I want you to cover more articulation. So let's see how much this guy can bend his legs and what have you. All right, so you do have a double jointed knee here.
Yeah.
So actually, that is...
My litmus test has always been, can he pose down on one knee?
Oh, okay.
Because that requires both the knee to bend quite well and also the hip joint on the other side to bend up quite well in order to do that.
From my back. So, let's
But
see.
can he go down on one knee?
Let's see if he's going to be able to do that. Oh goodness, how am I going to?
We did not rehearse this ahead of time, folks, and you're probably noticing that.
Right. So.
Oh wait! He might actually be able to do it. Oh, Todd, look at that! I would have never guessed he could do that.
Yeah, he's got.
Cool.
One thing I also like about some Gundam kits is the ones that have the really big feet, not like the stilettos. So this guy has nice big feet, and that helps provide him some extra balance.
Color me impressed. Let's see if we can get a side view of that pose here.
So, and I think also I think you said it best earlier when you said the jester type shoes, the court jester type shoes with the pointing tips. So that maybe helps provide a little bit extra balance on there.
Cool.
But yeah, he's got some great articulation, some great movement in the legs here, and the arms as well. Now there was the arms as well. He's got some pretty good. Let me see if I can move that. You can see how the elbow can really bend up and give it a good angle.
Yeah, he is surprisingly
and the
posable.
arm kind of can go straight out as well. So you're going to be able to get some really good poses on this. One nagging feature I also have about this kit is it only comes with one set of hands, and it's just this gripping type of hand, and they don't give you like a finger for like actually being in like the trigger of the gun. So he's just like holding the hand.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, when you think about it, the notion that a robot would need to use a
finger
digit to trigger a weapon is kind of amusing anyway. But hey, I'm sure there's just a little mechanical or electromechanical connection here that allows the signal to trigger the weapon pass right through the stock.
Maybe they figured out Bluetooth in the future or what have you.
Yes.
So yeah,
right. Well, that looks like a lot of fun. I'm very impressed. I was a lot more posability and a lot more possibilities for fun there, especially with those funnels and their little poser sticks. That's really cool. That's really cool.
I did forget to mention one more weapon that it comes with, and what was the name of this thing? They were calling this the Beam Assault Rifle.
That's not a beam.
The Beam Saber.
That's a bad name if that's called a Beam Assault Rifle.
All right, so yeah, that's the beam.
Just a beam saber, yeah.
Just the beam saber, okay. But this saber's kind of cool, and then it comes with like a little knife.
Beam saber.
Not just your standard beam saber.
Rambo knife.
With Rambo knife. Okay. And why does a super robot need a Rambo knife? I'll never know. Maybe he's opening up some cans of whatever. Yeah.
let's just let that one go.
All right, so highly recommended. I really, really, really enjoyed this kit. He did a good job, even though it is a RE100.
Mm-hmm. All right, here. Just look at the camera there, guy, would you? Okay, thank you.
必殺パワーサンダーブレイク悪いやつらぶちのめすグレートタイフン嵐を呼ぶぜ俺はグレートマジンガー
Oh my god.
Hey, here they are! Great Mazinger times 2!
Oh my god, you really built him.
Of course I did.
Oh my god, let me see.
There he is. Infinity
Oh
version,
my.
Great Mazinger.
And
What
in the world do we have here?
This is former Great Mazinger. This is the original Great Mazinger from the 70s.
Formerly great. Yeah, it looks like we had a little battle damage there.
Yeah, so he's kind of not so Great Mazinger now, but that's
Oh my god, but you really did it. Hey everybody, Ardith really built it for us.
Yay!
Woo-hoo. Well, let's take it over to the table and check it out.
Sure.
Okay, here we've got Great Mazinger on the turntable here, and he's doing something that's reminding me of the pose that Rao from A Fist of the North Star died in. But what do we got here?
I'm glad you didn't say John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever.
What do we got going here, Ardith?
That is Great Mazinger doing the Thunder Break.
Thunder Break.
Thunder Break,
okay.
yeah, where the lightning comes down and Zorches things.
Nice. So you actually built this for us. How long has it been since you put a Bandai kit together?
Oh my gosh, the last Bandai kit was probably around 1998, probably not exactly 20 years ago.
You're making me feel old. Well, okay, well that's actually, you have an interesting perspective then. How much difference did you notice in a 20 years later, state-of-the-art Bandai HG kit compared to what you recall?
Right. Well, what I built previously was these were the Endless Waltz Gundam Wing kits.
Right.
And
Which
so
are
I
still
guess those
available
were
from
kind
HobbyLink
of,
Japan.
That's right. And I guess they were kind of HG grade. And so since then, I thought those were pretty state of the art then. But this, I noticed a difference in that with the gate technology now.
Yeah.
The
they're so
runners
skinny
are
now.
much different.
Yeah.
And I recall that it being much more clear about these are the parts on the sprue, and you cut here, and this is the part, and this is the sprue part that you don't cut.
Right.
Some of the plastic was kind of thick going into the parts.
Right.
But if you just look close, you know what's going on. And there's so many more elements to make up the limbs. Than I recall.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts in there to do the elbows and everything. So yeah, parts-wise, did you have any problems, either good points, bad points about the actual assembly process?
There was, well, the instructions were really straightforward. I'm glad they have you do the head first, because if this is your first kit in 20 years, as it was for me, it was nice to do the head first, because that way you know there's hope. There's this really, really well done head.
The head, and
really well
the head
done.
with okay, I gotta say it, folks, because I love this name. This is the little rocket ship, and instead of landing flat, it actually sort of does a kamikaze dive into his head, and the nose is off at the moment, but this is
the brain
wait for
condor.
it. The brain. Oh, go get our folks there. This is the brain condor. Now, what's the name of the one from Mazinger?
Oh, that is the pilder. Well, first it was the
Pilder.
pilder, and then they added
Okay.
like spinny thingies, and then it became the jet pilder.
Okay, so this is the brain
This
condor.
is the brain condor that
I'm gonna
Tetsuya
be-
sits into piloting.
I'm going to be looking for excuses to say brain condor, I think, for about 2 weeks.
It
'cause
is
that's
delightful.
That is a great word. And now I'm going to knock him over trying to put his brains back in. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alrighty. What other features does the kit have?
Well, let me tell you about a little area of concern that I had in there, and this is the only thing that worried me in building it, and that is you have to build this kind of inner assembly that, like, it's kind of like an inner neck.
A frame or something?
That you then set the head in.
Uh-huh.
But the, what would you call it? There's the kind of cuppy things that hold the bars that go across to hold it, and they face down rather than face up. So rather than holding it up, it sits
they're
into
suspended,
it.
Sort
they're
of?
suspended, and I'm
I see.
afraid that in pushing that down, I was really concerned in pushing that down, it would pop those out of that.
But
that was the only concern I had.
Looks like it worked out, though.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Okay, great.
And he's posable. I'm really, really impressed.
Yeah. Well, I was, when originally planning this video, I was going to compare the two since I built the Mazinger Z. And so someone having built both kits was going to probably end up saying something like, well, they're basically the same. It does look like the parts break down. And when I was playing with them a bit here, the whole, hip area seems to be constructed almost identically.
This is the scramble dash.
So does this just snap on, or does it have a belt thing again? Because I remember on Mazinger Z, there was like a belt sort of mechanism that goes around his waist to connect the...
Right. This looks like it just snaps onto... Oh,
let's
and the
go
kit,
for
it
it.
just snaps right
Oh,
onto
let's
the
go
back.
for it here. Let's
All
go for it.
right.
Is it, which way is up? This way is up?
That way is up.
So we just, is that it? It just boom and you're on? Yeah.
That's it.
Just boom and we're on. Hey, check it out. Great Mazinger.
So we've got
on the wing
scramble
there.
dash on there. We also have a variety of fisks. In addition to the Thunderbreak.
Uh-huh.
There.
Okay, yeah, let's, can we give him another fist here? That'll look better if he's in flying pose, right?
I did notice he's kind of tough to get to stand when he has the scramble
Yeah,
dash
the center
on.
of gravity tends to shift pretty bad when you put a backpack on these guys, but you kind of get used to that sort of forward at the waist kind of pose, and then, prop their head back up.
Now here is the patented stick a ladder in it.
Well, this will solve all of our problems, won't it?
You have a choice of 3 lengths.
Uh-huh.
See, that may not hold them, but you can just stick
so you
that
put
there.
the thingy in,
and it supports
and
it.
there you go.
So you can
Yeah.
decide whether you want to use the smaller one, the larger one. I think this is the medium one.
That was actually really easy.
Isn't that neat?
I think that's easier than Mazinger Z, which had, like I keep saying, this belt thing in the center that was kind of a pain to put in. But this, you just lay in there and boom. We have a flying guy.
Kind of cradles
right.
them that way.
Let's see if we can move him up to the turntable here without creating a catastrophe. All right.
I am not sure whether his head actually, I don't think
Can
it
he
does.
bend his neck
I was
up?
wondering if his neck would bend up.
Yeah, it would be nice
Look
if we
forward,
had
but no, it
line of
doesn't.
sight here, but I guess that's not going to happen. All right. And 2 big swords.
2 big swords. Those are the Mazinger blades. And he has, here is a fist to hold it.
Oh, okay. So this one, you didn't get this one
Yeah,
assembled. This is a sword gripping hand here?
Oh no, it's just of course that might look
Or
good on him.
open palm?
Yeah.
Okay.
But since this little jobby, they were 1 short of that. I think just the intent was build either or and then swap it back out because they pop apart.
Oh, okay, the
if you
little
need.
the real wrist part.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure what's going to happen in a moment here is Dave is going to have a ball doing some really cool poses with the two of them together. Bandai actually takes credit for that because they have this cool pose on the side of the box where they're like shaking hands.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But we'll see if we can get that. But yeah, you can see that the basic torso and arm structure is almost identical. Great Mazinger's bigger. He gets fins. He's got fins on his arms, fins on his hips that regular Mazinger doesn't. But obviously cut from the same cloth, as they say. So yeah, well that's great. I'm glad you had fun building him.
I had a great time.
And so Mazinger, he was part of both of these guys, right? Weren't they part of the Shogun Warriors back in the 70s, 80s in the States?
You know, Great Mazinger was released as one of the toys in the Shogun Warrior line.
Right.
And I think there was kind of like a orchestrated effort to try to get the shows on the air at the same time the Shogun Warriors are being released. Mazinger Z wasn't part of that, but Great Mazinger came out with the toys. But this series of shows called Force 5. Jim Terry was syndicating that, and Mazinger Z, not Mazinger, Great Mazinger was originally supposed to be one of the shows in that.
Right.
And along with there was Guy King, Grendizer, Vanguard Ace, what was the other one? Oh, Get a Robo G.
Oh, okay.
And the fifth, which was announced as Great Mazinger, but what actually people got was, full in Japanese, it's Starzinger, which is kind of like a Reiji Matsumoto version of Sayuki in space.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know, and it was a little tiny bit feeble, but so I don't know what happened to Great Mazinger. Maybe the license is too valuable to let go that way. So we missed seeing
cool,
Great Mazinger. We did get to see Mazinger Z as Transor Z in English, but definitely catch up on lost time if you haven't seen Great Mazinger.
Thanks so much, Ardith. It's great work, and we'll catch you later on another episode.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we need to get going on some comments here for this episode. It's starting to take a bit long. Do we have any comments?
We have comments. Of course we have comments. There's always comments. Everybody has an opinion.
That's true.
Let's see what we got this week. First is from Angelizer. My money is on a PG Sinanju. Talking about the unknown mystery PG.
Last week we didn't know yet what it was going to be. But now we know.
We do? Fill me in.
That was the Seventh Sword, the double O Gundam 7.
Oh, so the rumors were true.
The rumors were indeed true. So.
Alrighty. My money's on a PG Sinanju. That would have been awesome, Angelizer.
Right.
Speaking of PGs, do you guys think Bandai will release another non-Gundam PG in the future? God, I hope so. Yeah. I would love to see a Macross YF-19 PG or another Evangelion. What do you guys think?
Okay.
Well, I think I have a lot of ideas about what I would like to build.
Right.
How about just like a nice Macross VF1?
Yes.
Good old VF1 PG would be an absolute no-brainer as far as sales for Bandai, I'm sure.
That would be a great kit, especially in a nice large scale. Something PG, so it would be completely transformable and all that stuff.
And I'd probably be the only one to buy one, but I would love a PG Elgain Mark 1. I love the Elgain Mark 1. Yeah. Mark 2 is okay too, but I prefer the Mark 1.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. What about you? What's your dream PG?
My dream PG. Let's see. How about the SDF one?
Wow. How big do you want it?
However big they can make it.
And it's going to do all the transformations and all the stuff?
Transformations, ship mode, and the
well, of course.
Not the battle doing.
Well, if it didn't badass mode, I don't know. Well, if it didn't transform, it wouldn't be a PG, right? So,
when I was a kid, I had a toy of an SDF one, although I think it was like a Robotech Or
I probably had the same
something.
toy.
I loved that thing. My mom ended up like giving it away to some donation center.
Garage sale or something, yeah. Okay, moving right along. Stibby says, those stickers on the old Transformers are called rub signs.
Oh.
They were there so you could reveal their faction symbols. Most Beast Wars figures had a similar gimmick too. Okay, you must have mentioned something about Transformers last week when I wasn't
I don't know
around.
if it was last week or 2 episodes ago when we had the Godmars. Because I think there was a belt buckle and they have like just the black shape. And that black shaped belt buckle on that Godmars just reminded me of the Transformer. That, what did he call it? Or what was it called?
Rub signs?
The rub sign. It reminded me of that rub sign. So you just put your finger on it. It's like the mood ring type thing.
Oh,
And it
the
changes
heat from your finger causes the color to change.
It
One of
tells
those.
you like what was the secret faction or something. I think they mentioned also.
Cool. Alrighty, and the last comment for this week. Guxal Hobbies, missing a vowel in there. Guxal Hobbies says, I like what you did with the HLJ.com website, but it's hard to get used to. Oh boy, we could go on for hours about the new HLJ.com website. We've been at it for, it's been almost 2 years since we started the effort to completely upgrade our website, which we finally did last week. We had some hardware issues right out of the gate. The traffic was just way more than what we were expecting with our hardware setup. And you guys brought our site to its knees almost immediately, but we've ramped up the hardware significantly, and things are running pretty smoothly now. Now, of course, we've had lots of input from people, both positive and some negative, about the changes we've made. And anytime you change a website like this, some things are going to be different.
Right.
Not everything can be exactly the same it was. And different doesn't mean bad, but different can mean getting used to things, as he points out. And hopefully you'll get used to some of these things, but it's hardly, set in stone. It's very much a work in progress, and going forward, we're going to be listening to your input and making changes and adjustments and improvements as we continue to work with the new site. So we look forward to hearing from you guys, the good and the bad and the ugly, about the new site. But yeah, you should have seen that those puny little servers we had the first day. They were smoking, I think, under the crush load when we finally turned it back on. But that's been taken care of. So thanks for your comments for this week.
Okay, that about does it. Oh, we still have one more comment to read, and this is kind of a special comment.
It involves money.
That's right. It's time for this week's 2,000 yen HobbyLink Japan store credit giveaway. And this week, the random number generator has chosen comment number 47. 47. And this is from 000 Gravity. And they say, almost time the PG is revealed. So by the time you're watching this, the PG has been revealed. It is a 007 sword. So I'll be contacting you shortly to get you that.
So 000 Gravity, congratulations. You now have 2,000 yen of store credit at HobbyLink Japan. Look forward to having you use it.
Okay, and if you guys out there would also like to win 2,000 yen HobbyLink Japan store credit, all you need to do is go to hobbylink.tv, find episode number 293, and post a comment, and that's all you need to do to be entered to win. So, I think that about does it then for
it does. I can't wait to actually get this guy home and get busy, because this is going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to showing this off next week.
Yeah. Alright, so I think with that, we should go ahead and end this episode.
Alright, look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Thank you everybody for watching, and have a great week.
Alrighty.